We're going to record it. So we are now recording this race, so that's unfortunate to the people that were watching that live, so sorry to them. For the folks that are now watching this recording, we are required to state, due to the COPPA laws, that this video is not intended for audience under 18 years of old and is no way aimed or targeted at child viewers. That out of the way, welcome to the show tonight. Welcome back to the show tonight. Hope you're enjoying the race here. It is Randy Arms and Mitchell Reeves battling it out for the race lead, and what a battle they are having. I tell you what, Jeff, it is some good racing out in front, side by side, down into turns 3 and 4. It is Randy Arms looking for the lead. Will he get it? No, he won't. Mitchell Reeves still with it. Off for turn number 4 now. Who's going to have it at the line? I think Randy Arms might lead his first lap of the night. Drag race to the line. Mitch Reeves had it. No, Randy Arms might have had it.
No, Mitch Reeves. You said drag race. Mitch Reeves won that one.
Well, professional drag racer.
Yeah. So I think Randy's going to have to struggle onward. Does he maintain position well enough? Does he get loose with Mitch Reeves above him? Randy's been the only one I've seen go extremely low and get that run off at turn 4. Here he goes again. He'll have it by the nose. He's going to have to gain every inch over Mitch Reeves for the rest of those paths.
Yeah, and right now you can see these drivers side by side here. And they were side by side for a second. And it looks like we got Jeff Merck hitting the pits.
That's an odd call for a short pit. I didn't see any contact.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that. We have had a decent green flag run, probably longest one of the night, but I didn't.
No,
I didn't think it was that long.
Ran it till about lap 12 to go, or ran it to the next yellow. Because we've seen them tonight, obviously.
And 58 laps into the race now.
Well, if we stay green, Merck may be the genius. But he goes one lap down. Let's see how those new tires do, Matt, real quick with that 60 machine.
They'll be fine. They're going to unlap him in about 2 seconds. But it's just a matter of how long they'll hold on,
Well, I'm just saying, like, how... If I saw the 60 machine in my mirror, if I was the 83 machine, obviously these guys look at all their gauges and timing mechanisms that they're allowed to. But if you weren't looking at it, you'd be like, how did that 60 get up to me so fast?
Yeah, well, that's for sure. But yeah, Jeffrey Merck unlaps himself, but his problem's just going to be he's got to run around the field a whole nother time, and by then, just all the tires will be gone.
Who knows, man? Who knows? I'm just interested to see as we go into this long green flag run, approaching 30 to go, if they can, A, hold on to their, field drivers all included in that statement, and then B, where do you pit versus the guy in front of you? Are you trying for 1 to 2 positions in front of you, or are you trying for, everything else, the lead, if you're in the top 10 or whatever?
Yeah, and here's another good question. Do you expect to see another caution anytime soon?
I don't expect to, but I anticipate one. We usually see green flag, the first green flag pit stop, if we're lucky enough to see 2 or 3. The first one is the most nerve-wracking. Who practiced it, and here at New Hampshire and Loudon, it's just a difficult pit entry. You're coming off of turn 4. You're supposed to be, upshifting, getting speed, but then you got to take a left to right into the pits.
Yeah, that is true. Right now, 61 laps in, 30 laps to go. So, my question is, who do you think's going to win here?
Randy is doing a great job, but the guy that's caught the entire field is Keith Haney.
Yeah, Keith Haney's been doing great, and now he'll get by Mitchell Reeves, it looks like.
I think anyone in our current top 5, plus maybe Jeff Mert, has a great chance of winning this race.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that one. And speaking, I was about to say vote for the Octane Race Products Driver of the Day Award, but I just realized we're not live, so you can't vote for the Octane Race Products Driver of the Day Award, unfortunately. And right now, side by side for second, Keith Haney trying to get by Reeves, coming on to lap 64.
What a march Keith Haney has done from back to mid-pack of this field on that restart. Successfully closed the gap that we saw with the 6th and 5th place. Now working on 2nd place. Going to be looking at Randy Arms here in the next couple laps. And I have to imagine, seeing that a green flag run that we've had, those leaders might start rethinking their pit strategy of coming down in the next 10 laps.
Yeah, he made a pretty good pass there. So Keith Haney now runs second.
Well, Keith is the only one on the freshest set of tires with the guys currently on track, minus those that have pitted during this green flag. So, freshness-wise, Keith Haney has the advantage.
Yeah, definitely. Well, yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that, but Randy Arms pitting, as is Mitchell Reeves, and that's unfortunate for Keith Haney. Just as he got to the lead, everyone's pitting.
Oh, why not? If you see the guy making up so much time on you, go down and get it.
And right now, it'll be the question of when do you think Haney's going to pit?
He can't afford to stay out there too long. I mean, he was probably the fastest truck on the field, but maybe an extra lap. If not right now, he has to come down. And here he comes.
And right now, as you mentioned, down pit lane, we'll watch his pit stop. Chadwick in with him.
Yep, 88 wisely not trying to lengthen the gap, seeing probably the fastest truck on the field. Michael Browder Jackson stay out that I've seen.
Yep. Michael and Browder still on track. They're probably trying to wait for a caution, I would imagine.
It's not a bad move, but theoretically, you cannot let those leaders get better tires than you for too long. Keith Haney with the solid pit stop. Looks
Jackson
like Chadwick
to the lead.
Yeah. Michael down, as is Browder. Gilmore sticking it out, as he always does. Mark Jackson, has to get back down. He can't lose too much time on that field, as Gilmore and Romack in that same situation.
And it's unfortunate for Mark Jackson that only now he gets the lead, because he's been winless for a really long while, but I gotta say, he's a pretty decent driver. And I think if he really got the shot to start up front, I really think he'd be able to stay there.
Yep, I'm looking at specific tracks for Mark Jackson and that 3-team: Dover, Atlanta. Really good tracks that I've seen him win at before.
And he's in his pit box now. Jeff Gilmore currently leads. I don't believe he's pitted yet. I think he's going to have to pit here.
Yeah, a lot of the guys just trying to stay out, see if that caution comes out. Like I said, the 18 machine down on pit road again. I think he has a penalty.
The 18, you say? Yeah, he's back in. Well, let's see. Do the tires go up? No.
Yeah.
Yep, that was a penalty.
Stop and go penalty. That was a 5 to 10 second penalty there.
And that was an exiting unsafe.
Yep, guaranteed.
Because speeding is a 15-second penalty.
You always want to do your penalty on entry.
Yeah, and man, you gotta feel so bad for Travis Browder. Coming off the win, he was having a top 10 night, and now a lap down with 20 to go at the stripe. This is pretty much devastating for his evening.
Yep, he has to hope for, the worst of some other person.
And he's got to pass the 096 because Johnny Smith's in front of him, one lap down.
Yeah, he's got to. Yeah, you're right. He has to worry about where he is on the lap down counter, and then
he's got
has to worry
Tierheimer
about,
too.
Yeah, so stuff to go for that 18 machine. He's got a clean truck and probably one of the top 10 trucks.
Yeah, a lot of drivers are lapped down. Brian Abbott, Judd Danielson, Tierheimer, Haney.
Well, there's some people that haven't pitted. Romack, Gilmore, McFarland, Drum have not pitted. Merck was one of the first to pit. I think Ray Richer hasn't pitted yet, or did a 2-tire stop or something.
Yeah, Romack trying to hold on to the race lead.
At this point, those leaders would go down pit road again for tires.
Yeah, right now 18 laps to go here.
There isn't much difference of a gap between Randy Arms and Keith Haney, so to say. A lot of traffic in front of these former leaders, especially in front of Jeff Merck.
17 laps to go at the stripe. And it is Tony Romack. When do you think we see that 62 down pit lane? Looks like he's trying to stick it out for the long haul.
Yeah, he's rolling the dice. That is his option. $62 will come down when the caution flies, or when it doesn't. If we have a late caution, the 62's out of brakes anyway, unless he wants to stay out. But he'll just get eaten up by the rest of the field. So I don't know. We're entering that pivotal point. Like I said, if you're gonna pit the latest possible, I think is lap 12 to allow yourself some time with those fresh new tires.
Yeah, 17, 16 to go. Now, here's my question. Do you think Romack can go the whole way without pitting? I don't think so.
I mean, if he can, he's got us all confused. I don't think he can. The rest of the field pitted. Well, maybe not even the rest of the field, but I don't think the one of McFarland or 12 of Trent Drum have pitted yet. They're all rolling that dice, try to crack the top 10, stay in there if there's a green-white checkered. You know how it goes. Sometimes you got to roll it just to gain the maximum amount of points.
And right now, 14 laps to go here. It is still Tony Romack leading. Randy Arms to the tune of 11.5 seconds behind. Runs second. I've got the camera on Romack. I just want to see when he pits, if at all, if he's just going to try and go to the end. I doubt he can.
Not on that exit he will. And, I mean, he's losing, what, second and a half per lap?
Yeah, and with 15 to go, they'll catch him with 4 laps to go.
So, it's inevitable, like I said, and we will keep saying it's the guys on track are rolling that scenario. If the caution comes out, I'll have, a competitive chance under a green-white checker or under a restart for a couple laps. That way I can maximize my points. And I don't think Romack needed to do it because he had fought his way into the top 10 based on his qualifying spot. I don't think he needed to do it. I think he would have had a top 10 spot no matter what.
Yeah, 13 to go, the tune of 8 seconds. I think if he tries and goes the distance, Tony Romack, I think we're going to have one of the most exciting finishes of the season. And not necessarily because of close racing, but just because of fuel mileage. I love fuel mileage races. They're some of my favorite races around.
Yep, last time we saw fuel mileage come into factor, I think, was Kevin Fetty at, I'm going to say, Indianapolis Motorsports Park.
Yeah, I believe so. And look at this. He is going. I don't think he's going to pit. I think he's going to go for it.
Well, at this point, we're approaching 10 to go. I hope he doesn't have to pit. I hope he's found, the extra gas tank, spare part, whatever it may be, to get him to the end.
Smoky unit strategy. Spare fuel tank in there. But, 11 laps to go and a 6-second gap. Think about the tires he is on compared to what Randy Arms is running on. But look at all the lap traffic that Randy Arms has to go through. He just had to go by one of the lap guys there. He's got to go by, who is that? The 55 James Haney. He's going to have to go by quite a bit. He's going to have to go by the 75 and 57 if Romac can get by them.
Well, 75 and the 57 have already technically passed Romac.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
So
I'm hoping Romac gets by him again.
Well, yeah, it would make it interesting, right, if there was further blocks for the 83 to get up to full speed.
Because right now it's about a full straightaway between the two of them, and it's clean sailing. It's a clean racetrack.
The 83 might get a little bit competitive behind him because Keith Haney's starting to catch him.
Well, what might happen is he'll catch him and he'll burn up his tires by the time he catches him. That might be a factor.
Well, we tried talking to Romac earlier. If he wins this race, I guarantee he'll be on the mic.
It'll be his first win in loose lug nuts, I believe.
I would have to assume that correctly, too. And, Matt, as we say it, I'm going to go look at his stats.
He didn't win last season.
No, I don't think it. I mean, he came off. It was his rookie season here at Loose Lug Nuts Racing. And when we say rookie season, in no way are we saying they're rookie drivers, just new to the league. So this is, I think, his second full-time season. And a win would just, obviously put him in Loose Lug Nuts history as a winner.
Yeah, and with 7 laps to go at the stripe, he is within striking distance. The thing that's going to keep him out of that is, under a 3-second gap to Randy Arms. This is going to come down to not only fuel mileage, but just to a matter of tire conservation. When Randy Arms catches him, do you think Randy Arms is going to have the tires to pass him?
Well, yeah, Randy's going to have it. I think he's a superior truck this evening. Does he pass him quickly, and how much does he have to worry about the shark behind him of 87D of Keith Haney?
Because you got to remember, it's one thing to catch a driver, it's another thing to pass the driver.
I just think there's so much of a difference between the two trucks that Romac, obviously he's in the lead, and he has the right to put up a fight, and,
I think he will.
Well, I mean, as a competitor, you should. I mean, unless, you physically feel that you're better served not at that moment. But as the leader...
Especially with 6 to go.
6 to go, yeah. I put up a fight. Block the lane for a lap, make him go high or something.
He's going to catch him probably with about 4 or 3 laps to go. I don't see him catching him at this lap, but he's going to catch him really soon. There it is. 5 laps to go. Romac led that lap. I don't think he'll keep leading.
Oh, he gave it up easy, too.
Man, I wouldn't have given that up.
I would have gone low for a lap.
I really wouldn't have given that up.
Well, Romac, again, if he's got the miracle extra tank, maybe he has to conserve at this point, too, Matt.
Because I don't really think he would have stood a chance anyway, but that's effectively gifting the win to Randy Arms.
Yeah, I mean, unless Keith Haney has to say anything, but Keith, I think, used up a lot of tires to get to this point and did not have an effective pit stop, or as effective pit stop as, Randy Arms and Keith Haney with a little bit of a harder time getting around Tony Romac there.
Yeah, Romack loses the spot. He's gotten, again, a full pit cycle. I'm wondering if he's even going to be able to go to the stripe. Or is he looking to bring it down here? Yup, there it is.
Way too late to...
Wasn't able to go the full distance.
I mean, like I said, he was in the top 10 before, maybe top 15. I'm not remembering exactly where he was on that last pit stop cycle, but I thought he was a, right on the bubble top 10 kind of truck. I wouldn't have done what he did or pitted as late as he did. Like I said, a 12-lap gap to the end, that's where I pit.
Yeah, 3 laps to go. I would have just sent it until it runs out of gas.
Thornhill down.
So Randy Arms looking to go to victory lane with 2 laps to go.
Yep. Romack gas and go. Don't think he took any tires. Going to come out right in front of the leaders, or right at the leaders, not in front. But I think this is the 83's race to lose, as we're going to see the white flag.
Yep, coming around to the over-the-top paints and designs. Final lap of the race. Best paint schemes on iRacing can be found at Over the Top Paints and Designs.
Now, I think Keith Haney did all he could off that last pit stop to get back to him. And that's the gap we see right now.
Yep, coming down through 3 and 4 now. Randy Arms will be victorious here at New Hampshire. Coming off of turn number 4, it is Randy Arms going to victory lane. Keith Haney second, Mitchell Reeves third, and Jeffrey Merck rounds out 4th place.
Yep, good on
Justin
Randy
Michael.
Let Wally finish on the lead lap too.
Michael, Chadwick, Jackson, Klein, Watch, Richard, McFarland, Drum, Danielson, Abbott, Gilmore, Crandell, Tierheimer, Romack, Haney, Browder, and then Smith, Donahue, Thornhill, Covington, Gene Rogers, Brandon Murray, Kevin Fetty, Kerry Cleaver, Shaw, Richardson, Zauntner, Voiles, and Aaron Bennett rounds out the field. Randy Arms, your race winner. We'll get a word in with him. Randy, have you got a copy of me?
I got you.
Well, hey, you may not have won on Monday night, but you win it here on Thursday night. How's the win feel?
It feels great. We had a extremely fast truck, and I knew if it would have stayed green, we would have had a really good chance, and we was able to run pretty much the whole second half of that race, green, and here we are. So, but man, that was a fun race with Mitch and Merck and Keith. It was just fun.
Now, how did that truck handle for you here tonight?
It was a handful, really. He was kind of loose on entry, then it got real tight in the middle. Then you had to downshift, and then it want to get kind of loose on exit. So you really had to drive it. But it was fun. These are the stuff that I like to drive when you really had to use the gas and the wheel at the same time. But yeah, it was fun.
All right, well, anyone to thank, sponsors, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I want to thank Octane Race Products, Husky's Performance Parts. I want to thank the team for bringing a fast truck. I know my teammates, they didn't have the best race, but then I want to thank the league and all the admins for what they do. I know it's been kind of rough this year, and they've been working real hard to try to get these races clean and whatnot. And I don't know, this track is usually not the best for racing, and I thought we had a pretty good race. So hopefully it'll be good for the rest of the year.
All right, well, thanks. Talk to us, man, and great job on the win. Hope to see you in victory lane again real soon.
Thank you.
All right, next up on the interview block, it is Keith Haney with Jeff Wood.
Yeah, Mr. Haney, I don't think you finished where you thought you were going to finish. Was there a little bit of problem with that last pit stop for you?
Man, I wish I would have pitted when Randy and them did, but I don't think I really could have caught Randy tonight. Anyways, man, he was super fast. That guy, he's been fast every single race. So there's no surprise for him definitely coming out top tonight. He was. I had a feeling if anyone was going to beat me tonight, it was probably going to be Mr. Randy. He's always really good at the technical tracks.
Yeah, it was definitely a technical track. Randy mentioned, the shifting, tight and loose, depending on where you did your entry exit. Technical it was, but looking at a point scenario here, at least you gain a point on Mitch. Overall, I would say I don't think you gained a spot, but overall point on Mitch, maybe a couple there on Justin Michael. So moving on up on that aspect for yourself. We're coming up on yet another off week next week. A little bit time to collect and then get ready for the next set of races. What are you thinking the 87D machine has got for the rest of the season?
Yeah, I'm definitely glad we moved up a few notches tonight, like you had mentioned earlier. That's definitely what I come in here really trying to do. I'll look and see who's ahead of me, and as long as we can beat those guys, if we don't win the race, but as long as we can beat those guys, that's definitely a good win for us. But going on to this, let's see, I think we're coming up to the turkey race is like what I like to call it, the Thanksgiving race. I don't know if we've announced where it's at yet, so I'm not going to say, but I've definitely seen it in our league sessions, so I know where we're going. And, man, it's going to be a heck of a race. I'm definitely looking forward to it.
All right, well, go ahead and thank those sponsors for second place.
Yes, sir. Hey, is it support the troops this week?
You can support the troops whenever you want, but that was last week.
Okay.
Go ahead and give them a shout-out.
It's Pit Pass this week, right, guys?
No, it's just back to regular racing here at it's Support the Troops Truck Series, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you. Hey, thanks to Support the Troops. Hey, thanks to you guys, Matt, Jeff over at ASN, man. You guys do a heck of a job. And, of course, Loose Lug Nuts, Ron, John, man, those guys, I know they got their hands full, and they're definitely taking care of business. Great race tonight. I can definitely tell that things are getting better. Can't wait till Saturday night. I'm probably going to be out there tomorrow night in a dirt car, so we're going to go sling some mud.
All right, well, good luck with that tomorrow on ASN. We'll see you then.
Thanks, bud. See you out there on dirt.
Thanks, Matt.
All right, and last up on the interview block, it is Mitchell Reeves with myself. Mitch, have you got a copy on me?
Yeah, we got you, Matt.
Man, great job on the race here tonight. You did, awesome strategy, awesome everything, but how's third place feel?
A little bit better than my throat does. Sorry if anybody can't hear me out there. I'm a little bit under the weather tonight, but
you sound fine, don't worry.
Okay. Well, yeah, we had a pretty good race tonight. I felt like we were about a fourth or fifth place truck, but we found a little bit there, a little bit in the middle of the race, and then I was kind of setting up for it to be a shootout where we'd have 4 or 5 laps and have a caution and keep doing it. But ended up having that long green flag run, and that was a lot of fun. Really, everybody give and took, and it was just really fun to see it play out like that. So shout out to Randy for winning, but to bring it home P3 and get the points lead back after Charlotte, definitely pretty cool to be going into the Thanksgiving break.
Yeah, it'd be great to see you back up in front in the points, and great to see you in front on the racetrack. Now, do you think we'll see you in victory lane soon?
Yeah, we've been a top 5 car every week, but this second and third stuff's getting old. We started out the year really hot, and I feel like we've kind of cooled down a little bit, but we're going to have to start winning races to compete with these guys, because when we get into the playoffs and all that, you're going to have to win races to be there. So we got to figure out what to do, but we'll figure it out.
All right, well, talk to us, man. Before we let you go, any sponsors you want to thank?
Yeah, I got to give you a shout out to John Hedrick with Over the Top Paints and Designs, Over the Top Motorsports, RaceGear.com for this beautiful Chevrolet pickup truck. All the guys at Over the Top, Ronald, Mark, Merck, Nick Zotner, Daniel Smallwood, a lot of other people that weren't here tonight. And got to give you a shout out to my girlfriend for letting me do this almost every night, even though it's the off season in real racing. She still lets me race, so I got to give her a huge shout out, and that I love her.
Yeah, great job on the third place finish. Hope to see you back up front soon.
Thank you, Matt.
All right, folks, and from all of us at the American Sim Network, we hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Don't forget, dirt racing tomorrow night, street stocks and late models, double feature once again. So it'll be some good fun there, and that'll be me and hopefully Ronald Klein calling some of that. And then that'll really cap it off for the week. We'll be back in action next Wednesday, AMS in their off season. And once again, don't forget, the American Sim Network is not intended for viewers under the age of 18 years of age, and we are not in any way intended for child viewers or targeted at child audience. So thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you in the next race. Have a great night, everybody.